Yo, 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 yo. This is Floridian Rollo. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all be safe out there. We're going to talk about Black YouTube can be messy. That's right. It definitely can from time to time. And what I mean by that is that when the fallouts happen, it be a lot of dramatic situations that come with it from both sides, from the men's side and from the women's side. Both sides could be very messy, especially when the fallouts happen. When you have fallouts, you see a lot of it, you know, plundering throughout the internet, right? You're seeing a big amount of it happening. And it's no surprise because this is nothing new. And, you know, why did I stay away from the weapon acts and other situations I'm hearing about? It's because people are going to still side with whom they're going to want to side with at the end of the day. You know, sometimes it's good to stay away from certain topics, knowing that decisive. The point is that you can say what you want to say about these people. They getting promoted, they getting more funds, they getting this, they getting that, and you still at the situation you're still in at the end of the day. And it is what it is when it comes to that. I would say to y'all, if you do content, you could meet up with people and stuff like that all you want. Just know it could get messy. Just like the situation with Takeoff, how messy it got with Quavo and call it, you know, what's his name? That's the way it is on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Quavo and Offset, you know, they do what they do. They wasn't the pioneer. It was Takeoff and Offset and Quavo just couldn't accept Takeoff for who he was because Takeoff was his own man and he ain't kissed no one's behind. And you know they wanted him out the way. And so when it gets messy on YouTube, they want you out the way. You know what I'm saying? You're interfering with whatever they got going on, whatever plans they got going on. The crazy part about this whole thing is that when I look at this weapon at situation, I'm no way surprised. I didn't support the person at all. You know what I'm saying? Because he basically, put on a good show for the most part. And now he's, getting more of a buzz. We'll see what he does with it. We'll see what he does with it in the future. You know, look, at the end of the day, you have some in a black YouTube sector that is on point, and then you got those who are not on point. You know what I'm saying? It's a 50-50 when it comes to that on both sides. You follow who you want to follow. You listen to who you want to listen to, right? Just know that it's hard to be in a space when it's very messy. It could be, listen, people, man, they lose it when they can't get their way with you. They lose it. They lose their freaking minds, man. And I said it will get messier on Black YouTube because of the simple fact that this is not inflation per se, more so that debt. So you're going to see a lot of Black YouTubers going at each other's throats. Very, very vulgar. People you least suspect that you thought get along with each other don't even get along with each other. They're going at each other in cold. It's becoming hostility. Yo, 676. Oh, you want to come on? You want to come on? Let me put the link in the chat for you. Yeah, let me put the link in the chat for you. You can't? All right, no problem. Okay. Yeah. Hey, look, man. Look, it's gonna get messier. Yeah, it's gonna get messier. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let me tell you something. Black YouTube is gonna get messier. It's like now you got the industry involved right now with the Tariq Nasheed situation, and you got the timing and all that. Yo, it's about to be an authentic cleansing because Black Esau versus Black Jacob is about to happen. I'm gonna say it again. Black Esau versus Black Jacob is about to happen on the internet. And the people you think is Black Jacob is not Black Jacob. You're gonna find and people gonna find out real soon who is who. Stay away from Black YouTube, messy YouTube. Stay away. Don't even entertain it. Don't even get involved because I'm telling you, it could mess up your livelihood, your business opportunities. If you stay around people you're not supposed to stay around, or hang around people you're not supposed to hang around. You know what I'm saying? You see the fall. You see the fall of Black YouTube right in front of your eyes, the audience. You see the fall. It's already beginning. It's beginning. You see a lot of channels that was once prominent is no longer prominent. They have no say anymore. They have no say. The numbers, the the watch is at a low right now. Me personally, for this channel, it's whatever. I'm in a different sector of YouTube where the numbers is doing very well for itself. And once it gets monetized, it's on and popping. This channel right here is just to come to talk to y'all about certain things. However, the actual stuff that I talk about, I won't talk about it over here. I tell you that. I just giving out the warning and what to expect. Because this side of YouTube is done. It's the revenue is not there. You know what I'm saying? It's not there when it comes to monetization. They fiddling with the numbers now. You know? Yeah, 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 man. It's like, and then you in Philadelphia still, yo. You still in Philadelphia, man? Yo, so-called black folks don't realize what money they missing out on, man. So-called black folks don't know what money they missing out on. Yeah, 676. So-called black folks don't know what kind of money they missing out on, even on the internet. Even on the internet, it's just so much pointless content in black YouTube for the most part. It's not even funny. You know what I'm saying? Because it was in Florida, that's cool. Florida is doing great, man. Florida is doing real great. Listen, Florida is doing great. It's doing so great that when people from Florida go to other states, they don't even stay that long. Florida's number one, man. Listen, Florida's number one when it comes to business, when it comes to making money, and there's no state tax. You know what I'm saying? Listen, bro, 676, Florida is on a whole different plateau. You know, if you're serious about business, that's where you got to go to Florida for. And you could potentially have a family down there if you want to stay in America. You know what I'm saying? Yo, guys, ever since I've been away from Black YouTube, I noticed that my sanity is much better, and I'm staying away from certain topics, and I noticed that more stuff is happening. It's just self-explanatory, y'all. It's self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? And when you get around legit black folks, so-called black folks, legit, that's because you earn yourself that opportunity because you're staying away from stuff you're not supposed to be involved in no more. Like this channel for me, 676, it's just to let other people come and talk, see what's going on. That's about it. Like this channel's gonna be interesting at the same time. The actual education, the actual numbers that I'm doing on the other side of YouTube is astronomical, man. Astronomical. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you just gotta stay away from certain people, certain places, occultists, stay away from the black occultist channels, you know what I'm saying? Stay away from those controlling channels, you know, because it's real. Pierre, I am so great right now in the sense of being in another country for one, and for two, to stay away from the messy black YouTube has been the best thing that ever happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Staying away from messy black YouTube, you know, and it has helped me. I used to get so much support and so much, views. At the same time, it was like it was draining. It was draining for the most part. Now it's like, okay, I have another channel I could talk about what I talk about with civilized people, and I could have this channel to see how everybody's doing and just do what I gotta do. Pure, there's so much money that a lot of men should be making that they don't want to make out of fear. And 676, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm coming across a lot of women that's doing big things, man. A lot of dudes is playing around, playing games, man. Like I'm really gonna have this channel to where I have some interesting women come on, and I better off having conversations with them instead of dealing with dudes, man, because dudes be messy. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? I got a Pacific woman. I'm gonna have let her do the check because I like what lead attorney is doing. And lead attorney did something smart. He got this particular sister run his channel. I got a woman in mind that's gonna run my channel. Why? Because the men are too the men are too messy right now. They're not thinking clearly of what I'm seeing. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that, Pure Butterfly. Yeah, it's obvious. And think about it. The people that turn on me were supposed to be people that's supposed to be on point, you know? And then the women that turn on me supposed to be in its truth. That's why I said, I don't go by that. You know what I'm saying? I don't go by that. You know what's the crazy thing, Pure? And you're a woman, no woman, I don't care if she's a 304 or not. I don't care if she's a 304 or not. No woman wants a messy dude at all. The thing is, a lot of people wanted me to be messy, and I wasn't going to be messy. All this, you got to show proof. You do this, you got to do that. Yo, that's some female. If another man, it's like this. If you don't listen, if I don't ask what kind of business you're doing, if you're making money the right way, as long as you're making money the right way, I don't listen. We good. When people want to see your personal money, I could expect that from a woman. So when a man want to know if another man is this is getting spooky. It's getting spooky right now. The only one I show my receipts to is Zats. That's it. Why show it to Zats? You may ask, because Zats is a good brother. It's a good brother. He's on point. I would not ever show my information to anybody else. So when things fall out, they could show my transcripts and all that. You think I'm man? Come on, man. You know how many guys back in the days, Pure noticed to be true, show certain receipts of what they was making, and people flagged their channel because they was honest men, got their channel demonetized, report them to Cash App, all types of stuff was going on back in the days. You got to be careful what you're doing here. You can't listen. Every man on this internet is more messier than the women are. Let me tell you something. It's more messier men on the internet than women are. You know what I'm saying? And what's happening now is that so-called black men, instead of them being masculine, instead of them being actual masculine, they are becoming the woman that I said to the women, you see, most women have raised a man to be a woman in this day of time. It's crazy. I can't fathom to be effeminate. I can't fathom to excuse me, I can't fathom that. To be effeminate. To be messy. Like, Quavo and Offset was. Quavo is so messy. Offset so messy. That's how most black men are, messy. You can't get around these dudes, man. They are messy. The women were right. The women are right that a lot of men are messy. And even non-black women is tired of black men. Even non-black women is tired of black men in other countries. Don't listen to these guys, these passport guys. The true passport guys, the true passport men could get a woman anywhere in the world. You got these messy dudes that's messing it up for the true men. That's true, Pierre. Yeah, the thing though, Pierre, women, the women talk about the black men the most though. That's the only difference. They talk about the other nations of men. Let's just keep it honest. Let's keep it honest. The most talked about men in this world is so-called black men. It's not to say other men don't get talked about, good or bad. When we look at when we look at when I look at the women today and I hear their conversations, a lot of them talk about other men of their ethnicity, yet they talk about the black men more than any other man in a vocabulary. And how do I know that to be the case? Because we're the creators of all these societies. We created all these societies, so if we create excuse me, if we created all these societies, then guess what? We're gonna be talked about the most. Everything is our fault, you know? We're supposed to be set to a higher standard than the other men. That's why the other men, why they talk about them, they kind of get away with certain things that so-called black men cannot get away with. You know? So yeah, absolutely. I've been to certain functions, right? I've been to certain functions, and those functions, the women will talk about the so-called black man more than her own husband. That's the crazy part. She could be married to her husband of that ethnicity, and she will talk about the so-called black men right in front of her husband. I have seen that so many times. Your own woman you with is talking about another so-called black man right in front of you. Man, that's crazy. The disrespect. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. The disrespect that men go through and women go through is crazy because you got a lot of men disrespect their own women too. You got so-called black men disrespect their own women when they with another woman too, of another ethnicity. They be disrespecting them. You know what I'm saying? Go both ways. You got a lot of so-called black men. He could be with another ethnicity. He could be with a non-black woman, and he tell his wife or his concubine. He tells either, "Yeah, I can't stand that BW." Man, why you gotta talk about another woman to the woman you with, and then you wonder why she cheats on you, why she, you know, stop dealing with you because you're too messy. And no respectable woman will ever respect a messy man. Yeah, she'll give you pleasure, she'll give you kids. That doesn't mean she care about you, you know? Black YouTube and men had some good stuff going on back in the days. This sector of YouTube has become so messy, so toxic, you know? Ain't no listen, what I learned, guys, is if you dealing with another ethnicity and listen to what I'm telling you, all you guys that got a non-black woman, for all you guys that got a non-black woman on the internet, and you come on the internet and you talk about B-dubs, and you got a non-black woman in your house, you're gonna mess up that relationship. You're gonna mess up that relationship eventually. Eventually, she's gonna put you on child support. She gonna get with another man. She's gonna divorce you, and you're gonna talk about all women ain't it, bro. It's one thing to correct the woman online, yet to downgrade the woman to the point that you have another woman with you, man, you could lose out that woman quickly. A lot of divorces is happening on YouTube. Y'all don't see it? Listen, a lot of divorces is happening on YouTube. A lot of men, their wives are divorcing them on YouTube. You just have to pay attention. It's coming. It's happening at an all-time rate. Listen, it don't matter how many subscribers the YouTuber have. Trust me what I tell you. There's a lot of dudes is losing their women on the internet because she tired of hearing what you're saying. It's bothering her. You know? Yep. It is a minstrel show. It is 676. It is a minstrel show. It is. Absolutely. You know? Yep. Telling you, man. You see, Weapon X wanted this attention, and he can't deal with the attention. You know what I'm saying? His words got him in trouble. You know, respectfully, his words. Not on the Pop the Balloon show. Not on Pop the Balloon show. His words got him in trouble on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. I'm telling you, man. The women have every right to chew him out in a sense. They have every right to do it. And the only reason why most guys is calling him out more is because they want the woman, they want to show the woman that they're the better choice. You know what's the crazy part about this, guys? A lot of guys wish they could meet women online like I did. That's what it is. Let me tell you how messy this is, y'all. You have a lot of guys who wish they could meet the women I have met on the internet. You know, let me tell you why I say that. I met some beautiful, beautiful sisters on the internet that I would never reveal. I met some beautiful sisters. Some you have seen me taking a photo with. Some you don't know who they are, and you won't know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other women on the low that want to meet up with me on the internet. I won't tell you who they are, and I will not even show you who they are unless they wanted me to show you who they are. I just won't I just won't get messy with it. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why I got on a particular chick is because she went on another dude's platform, and that dude particularly asking her particular questions about me and wanted to know my W-2 forms. That's messy. You asking somebody I used to deal with that question? You could have asked me that face to face when you saw me in person. If you wanted to know what type of stuff I do, what type of contract I had, I told you I had a government contract. I'm not going to get into specific. It's none of your business. And see, the thing is, that's one thing I had to straighten out. Other than that, I won't ever tell y'all about the other women I dealt with on here. These guys, listen, if you've been online for a certain amount of time and no woman have come to you from your show to meet you in person, that's a you problem. That's a you problem. I don't have those issues. I just choose not to deal with certain women because it could be messy. That's all. And that's my opinion, you know? So, because if things don't work out, she'll come on the internet. And I know certain women will come on the internet to talk about me. Yeah, yeah, I heard of, yeah, Phil, that's what's going on. Yeah, 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 she got the receipts for that. She got the receipts, yeah. Oh, man. That's another thing with so called black men. The difference between me and other so called black men, once a woman leave me for somebody else, thank you, Heavenly Father. That's what I say. Let me tell you guys something. If a woman leave me for another man, thank you, Heavenly Father. I'm not gonna even get upset. It don't make no sense to stalk your ex. That's creepy. That's creepy, y'all. If a woman left you, she left you. That's it. I mean, that's life, man. That's life. A lot of you guys invest yourself into a situation thinking it's gonna be forever. It don't work like that, man. That's life. And if it's a kid involved, just take care of that kid and let her be. Just take care of your kid and let the kid figure it out. Unless you could get the kid from that woman. That's different. Ain't no commitment nowadays, man. People are not getting commitment. The reason why there's no commitment because people are not committed to what they're supposed to do for the most part. So So-called black men, you got to do better with your decision making, man. You can't blame nobody, only yourself, man. You got to do better. Listen, the world is watching you, so-called black man. The world is watching you on the internet. The world is watching you when you go to these sites. The world is watching you. Everybody's watching you. Your own woman is watching you. The other men of other ethnicities is watching you. And other women of other ethnicities is watching you. Everybody's watching you. You're the most watched right now on the world. You're the most talked about in the world. Everybody's talking about you. You're the most talked about now. You wanted this attention. Now you got it. You don't even know what to do with it. Look how many so-called black male content creators, they can't even work together like they used to. They so separated. Huh. Separation is huge on black men YouTube. Can't even get along with each other. Let Black Esau take over. Y'all have let Black Esau infiltrate your own YouTube space. The Black Devil. The Black Devil has infiltrated a lot of the movements. You don't have to get the other devils to do it. You have the Black Devil have infiltrated all your movements. You're going to see everything I'm talking about. I'm not going to get into specifics. Watch this, y'all. You're going to see a whole collapse of Black YouTube right in front of your face real soon. YouTube is cleaning up a lot of these. YouTube is cleaning up a lot of these quote unquote men channels and some of these women's channels. They're keeping an eye on you, especially during the election. Especially during the election. Yep, this is election cleanup time. And for what I'm hearing, there's going to be a lot of cleanups on YouTube. Who's to say that weapon that was a scent? You got to be careful, man. You got to be careful for the traps. Because a lot of people are coming in out of nowhere. And you have people that's been on here for a long time, cannot even get their channel to go up. Yet somebody come out of nowhere and they already got celebs talking about them. Come on now. We put certain people on this channel. We are the ones who do it. The more you talk about that person, right? The more you talk about that person, the more support they get. Did y'all know that? The more you talk about a certain person, the more support they get. So you said, hold on, let me put this on the board. You said I stopped being on behind undercover haters if people don't want me on behind that. I don't get what you're saying. I don't get what you're saying on that. Let me put the link out there. Put the link on. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if we get somebody to come on the show. Let's see if we get somebody to come on the show. Today is June 25th. Let's see if we get somebody to come on. Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, for me, it's messy out here. Black YouTube can be very messy, man. I just stay away from those channels. There's no growth in those channels. There's no you can't learn anything from those channels. You know what I'm saying? You gotta deal with people that's gonna make you more money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Like, you gotta be around people that's making more money, that's moving in silence, and you could tell that they're doing something. That's who you want to be around. If so-called black people had a better brain that they have now, they could be making serious money. Stop worrying about what others is making. That's covetousness. If you worrying about what another man's making, that's covetousness. You don't even realize. A lot of you so-called black content creators don't realize that you're doing covetousness right now. If you're doing good for yourself, then you shouldn't be concerned about what other people's getting. If they're doing something wrong, they're gonna be judged for it. If they're doing something wrong with the money, scamming, which a lot of black folks is known to do, scamming. Scamming is huge in the black community. That's nothing new. It's not only so-called blacks do it. You got Caribbeans do it. You got Africans do it. You got other so-called blacks be scamming, men and women. You know, you got a lot. Listen, you got a lot of so-called black men and black women scamming, and they offer YouTube. They offer YouTube. All majority of the scammers is offer YouTube now. And guess who else could scam you? The people you work for is scamming you. The people you work for is scamming you because they supposed to be giving you certain things at certain points of the time you working there, and they don't even give it to you. It's not a guarantee. The thing is, they have somebody backing them. You don't have nobody backing you. So I wouldn't suggest you scam. I wouldn't suggest it. Yeah, yeah, of course. That's definitely that's no far fetched. 676. That's not far fetched, man. Listen, that's not far fetched. You shouldn't be surprised about that. The number is going to be, listen, the number is going to be higher when you're doing what you're supposed to do. When you start taking care of business, so-called blacks is going to be on your behind, man. They're going to be, they're going to be stalking you, sending people to spy on you, try to set you up, line you up, you name it. Yeah. Yep. Before you worry about what others is thinking about you, look at the people that look like you, what they thinking about you. That's the ones you got to focus on. And things is changing where black folks gotta get their stuff together, man. Everybody else is ready for the shutdown, whatever that shutdown may be. The streets is dead, bro. Listen, the streets is dead since 1996, bro. Since 1996 was the last time the streets was popping. The streets are dead. Ain't nothing. 676 ain't nothing going on in the streets. There's no money to be made on the streets no more. They have closed that down. When we was coming up, you could make money on the streets. And I'm not talking about selling or prostituting. There's other ways you could have made money on the streets. I'm not talking about your typical streets. You could sell back in the days. See, I don't know this. You could sell online closets back in the days and make a killer. You could help a lawyer out back in the days. You could help out a cop. Cops used to pay certain people, and I'm not talking about snitching. I'm not talking about snitching. There's back in the days you could make money from the government and don't have to work for the government. Okay, if you was in the streets, a lot of people think they close that out, man. The streets is your home right now, man. Ain't nobody, you ain't making no money on those streets no more. Even the rappers is not making money like that. Everybody's in debt. Listen, you got people on the internet on debt, okay? Telling you, man. You got people on the internet in serious debt. Your patterns change when you're not in debt. Your patterns change tremendously. But when you're in debt, you're gonna be acting a fool. Pay attention to the content creators that's not in debt. Look at their content. And then pay attention to the people that's in debt. Look at their content. That gives you an answer right there. You will have people more mad at you, secretly mad at you, that you're no longer in debt. Or you don't have liabilities. You know what I'm saying? Men, listen, man, get your debt paid off, man. It's nothing outside of knowing the Most High. It's nothing better than being out of debt, man. You could be with no money in your pocket right now. Let me tell y'all something. You could be with a few dollars in your pocket. Just being a man to pay off your debt, man, that's powerful, man. Because you could have an 830 credit score, you could have an 800 credit score. Listen, I know people with that and still in debt. I'm talking about high debt. I would rather have a low credit score and be not in debt than have a high credit score and be in debt. Do you understand me? Does that clear your mind or what? Or I need to explain that again. I would rather have a low credit and have no debt than have a high credit with debt. You tell me who's on point. Because when you in debt, you're gonna be stressed out. I don't care what type of truth you in. You know what's street smarts? You know what's the real street smart 676? When you are elite and you don't owe debt. No, all these Israelites, majority of these Israelites is in high debt. And they mad at me because I'm not in debt. A lot of you ladies is in debt. A lot of you men in debt. Just own up to your debt. Pay your debt. Pay your debt. The Most High is not going to be pleased with you if you're not paying your debt. Pay what you owe unto Caesar. That's what I did. I could have saved the money that I did. That would be foolish of me. Credit cards is a scam. 676 credit cards is a scam. At least don't even mess with credit cards. Let me tell you something. At least don't even mess with credit cards, dude. They use their liquidated assets. They don't even touch money, dude. Can you imagine that you don't have to touch money, but you give these people money to be in debt? I know people that have very bad credit and got homes. Why? Because they pay off their debt. And their credit is so bad. Yet they know how to talk and they get the freaking house. And I'm talking about nice homes too. Some mansions. Show me proof. Put $20,000 on a mansion. And if you want to put down a mansion, normally you got to put up 75 to 150,000. You know? You said that's how you got your car? Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. You don't have to have good credit to get stuff, man. It's all a skit. It's a skit. Listen, this whole thing is a skit, y'all. This whole world is a skit. You hear me? This whole world is a skit, y'all. It's a whole skit. You just have to learn how to play it. Everybody's in a skit. Everybody. Pure, 676. Everybody's living in a skit society. Everybody. Do you know there's people in the world that never pay rent? that never pay car insurance and still got a car. You gotta know how. You gotta listen. This world is a skit. There's people that live around you that's doing better than you and never work a day in their life. You have to question this reality. It's a skit. Relationships is skits. Family is skits. Partners is skits. People putting on a facade, man. It's a skit, man. This world is a skit. And the Most High is telling us it's a skit. Better wake up, man. Say you're looking for a house in the fall. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yo, these places is going bad for you. These places is going bad for you soon because you catching on to the skits. You catching on to the skits. And so don't get yourself too caught up in black messy YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Don't get yourself caught up in it. I'm gonna get on out of here. Thank you all for tuning in. If you want to support the stream, this is where you go to right here, $ RAL954. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be safe out there in America. I'll be seeing y'all soon. Y'all take it easy and peace.